Hello students, welcome to the next session of the Information Theory, Coding and Communication Network. So in this particular session, we are going to discuss what is meant by the source coding. So let's analyze what exactly the source coding means in terms of the definition. This is what the simple definition for the source coding. When we want to analyze it, that a conversion of the output of a DMS, that is discrete memoryless source, into a sequence of binary symbols means the binary code word, means whatever the messages generated by the discrete memoryless source, these are the messages called as x1 to xm. These messages are overall indicated as a xi. So these messages, if we want to convert in terms of the binary code word, that is nothing but the simple process called as a source coding. And obviously whatever the xi we received from this DMS, it will be further passed through the source encoder so as to convert the respective bit stream for the different messages generated from the DMS. It means that for x1 we can have the bit stream, let's say 001. For x2 we can have it like 110. Now these are the different bit stream, but how to select this bit stream, that we will see in the forthcoming lectures. So what exactly the output for the source coding? To minimize the average bit rate required for representation of the source by reducing the redundancy of the information source to improve the efficiency. So this is what the simple idea behind the source coding. Let's see what exactly the code efficiency and code length. So let me just proceed with this. This is what the code length and code efficiency. So again the same thing is there, that discrete memoryless source is provided. After passing the different messages through the source encoder, we will get the binary sequence. So let's say here the h of x is nothing but the entropy of the source, p of xi, that is nothing but the probability of different messages generated from the source. Now the code word is nothing but 0110 assigned to xi with length ni of 4. It indicates that if the code word generated is 0110, means total number of bits for that code word is 4. That's why here ni of 4 is mentioned. So average code word length, that is L bar per source symbol, it can be given by the expression that is nothing but L bar equal to summation I equal to 1 to m p of xi into ni. It means whatever the number of bits related to each message, if we multiply it with the related probability of that message, we will get the L bar. Let's add it so that summation I equal to 1 to m will be completed. So this is nothing but the simple equation to calculate the average code word length, that is L bar. Now the next thing is nothing but the code efficiency. As we have seen in the earlier case, code efficiency is very important factor because based on which code redundancy is depending. Now this code efficiency can be calculated with the formula, that is code efficiency is equal to L min divided by L bar. But what is L min? L min is the minimum possible value of L bar. So when efficiency approaches unity, obviously the code is said to be efficient. So when we get maximum efficiency, that is 100% efficiency, we will say that that particular code is very much efficient. So if we have the efficiency 100%, it means it is unity, then obviously the code redundancy will be 0. So here one can conclude that the ideal value for the efficiency is 1 or 100%, and ideal value of code redundancy is 0. So this is how these two factors are correlated with each other. Based on this concept, if we want to analyze what exactly the source coding theorem, it can be given by the simple definition approach. This is what the source coding theorem. It is proposed by the Shannon. So that is why it is called as Shannon's first theorem. So what exactly the statement, just try to look at it. It is for a DMS X with entropy h of x, the average code word length L bar per symbol is bounded as L bar is greater than or equal to h of x, and further L bar can be made as close to h of x as desired for some suitably chosen code. It means this is what the necessary condition for Shannon's first theorem, that is nothing but the source coding theorem. So when we go for analyzing this, L bar is greater than or equal to h of x, it means whatever the maximum value of L bar, that is nothing but actually nothing but this value, that is L mean is equal to h of x. Thus with L mean is equal to h of x, the code efficiency can be written as or rewritten as, that is efficiency is equal to h of x. So L mean can be replaced with h of x by L bar because of this expression. So this source coding theorem just modifies the efficiency expression, that is L mean by L bar with h of x by L bar, where h of x already we know it is nothing but minus summation I is equal to 1 to m p of xi log p of xi to the base 2. This can be alternatively given as a summation I is equal to 1 to m p of xi log 1 upon p of xi to the base 2. So this is all about source coding theorem. For the detailed analysis of the source coding theorem, go through the another video which is there on the LMS itself. So thank you everyone, thank you very much.